So I've been making some videos here. Quite a few of them haven't turned out just because of lighting and my batteries. The Simplex, it's an awesome machine, but I want to showcase the Anfibio because it's a high-end machine, right? You have all those coil options for that Anfibio that's sitting right there. It's on, it's in 20 kilohertz frequency. My ground mounts is set at 73. This one you just don't ground mount it. And I got a target over here. Look at how evident that is. I can be swinging fast, watch. Look at how fast I found that thing, man. Bam, I can just dig it out right now. Okay? So let me put this Simplex down a little bit. But I wanted to show you guys the difference between the Anfibio and the Simplex. Sure, I have this thing all set up different frequency, different coil, and different ground balance, different gain. That one jacked up pretty much all the time. I don't usually go down with the gain on that thing. I just have it hot, running hot. But this machine, you know, you would think that this thing would separate a lot better than the Simplex, you know, because all the iron, you know, iron everywhere, all over the place here. And I have to go a lot slower with this machine. See, look at that. I just passed it up. I almost passed it up. So I have to go slower because there's a lot of iron here. I have to use this coil the right way, slow. And it takes me so long to get targets out because I'm going slower. Sure, I would dig that up all day long. But look at how slow I have to be swinging. I almost would have passed that thing up. Almost would have passed it up. See, watch this. If I swing the Simplex, I would still dig that one. I would still investigate it, you know, if I was swinging that fast. But the Simplex, you're able to separate this stuff out of the iron. Look at this, all this iron, man. It's not really bad right here, but that's just so evident, man. I'll just dig that up right now. It's just so evident, man. Right? Why would you not dig something up like this? But the Simplex has been outperforming my Anfibio today. I've made so, oh, I see a dime right there. It just popped out right there. It's a dime. So the Simplex has been outperforming. Is it a dime? Yes, it's a dime. Yep, it's a dime. The Simplex has been outperforming my Anfibio pretty much in every video that I've made in the last 2 hours in my backyard here. And I'm just amazed, man. Just amazed. And it's doing very well in this iron. It's doing really well in this iron, man. Look at how evident that is right there. See? Watch this. I'll swing it at my normal speed. There's another target right in here somewhere. Nope. Get that high tone right there. See that? Watch this. So that Simplex is running at 12 kilohertz frequency. Has 11-inch coil on it. Sensitivity jacked all the way up. This thing is a little bit more confusing to use, so you know, I have to go a lot slower. And you would think that this thing so there's something right there that the Simplex missed. That's very evident, right? Like a penny right on the surface, man. This one's gonna be really evident. Could be a bottle cap too. Oh no, it's not. It's like a little pumper bottle there or something. I'm not really sure what that is. It's junk. But with the Simplex, it just missed that target right over here. What is it? Where's it at? That's a smacking banging target, man. Let me see if the Simplex can hit it. Yeah, it's hitting it. All that iron, all those iron tones go away. So let me dig this one up with my shovel because I think it's going to be a little bit deeper. It sounds really junky. Let me just pop it here. I'm in my backyard, so I don't have to worry about it being super clean. What's that? Okay. It sounds really trashy right there. A little bit of copper wire. So the Simplex is doing good, man. It's doing really good. That's probably what it was. Just a little bit of copper wire right in the ground right there. But the Simplex seems to be outperforming the Anfibio today. Just by a little bit, man. Just by a little bit. See that? It sounded really trashy on the Simplex. And there's a lot of wire and nails and coins and bottle caps in the soil here. I just wanted to come back to the really trashy spot here. 16, that's foil right there, right on the surface, foil. Let me show you what the Anfibio does to that. And I'll keep it at the same settings here, okay? Same settings, 72 gain with my small coil on here. Probably overload on it. Yep, see that? It's an overload signal. Just some foil right on the surface there, man. It's just all deteriorated, you know, just a little bit of foil on the surface there. But that's what the Anfibio does, man. If you have it jacked up like I do, I mean, this is not really jacked up. I mean, 72 is a little bit high for this small coil here, because you do overload on a lot of surface coins. You can have a quarter on the surface and it'll overload. It'll sound just like that foil, and it will not give you a number. So you're not getting any tone IDs, target IDs. So the Simplex is the perfect setup. The Simplex doesn't need a coil like this. The Simplex doesn't need multi-frequencies, because it can get through the EMI, it can go deep, it can go shallow, and it doesn't give you those overload signals on stuff that I would want to be getting out of the ground. You know, I would have thought that that would be something big in the ground, a big piece of iron, but it wasn't. It was a piece of iron. And I want my sensitivity jacked up as high as I can get it, not too unstable of a machine. But with the Simplex, I'm running that thing hot, just jacked up all the time. Very rarely will I drop the gain down on my Simplex, and it performs very well in the iron. And where did I just dig that foil up from? Is it right there? Yeah, a bunch of chatter, just little bits of foil there. But I've had a few videos today, comparison videos. There's a good target right there. Really jumpy. Let's smack it with the Simplex. Okay, let's go over that same area. Bunch of foil. Huh, I'm smacking something right there too. At the Anfibio missed. I'm getting a bunch of fours there, but I'm still getting that. Sounds really junky. Let me use the Anfibio on that target right there. See if I can smack it. Because I've gone over this area a lot with with both detectors. I missed this with both detectors. I think it might be something just right on the surface, man. A little piece of lead right there. It's a lead shot. It's a lead shot right there. Is it? Where's an earring? It's lead. It's a swivel. It's a swivel with a chunk of lead on it. It's a lead sinker. But let me dig out that other one. So that Simplex just smacked that lead sinker out of there. There's probably some other stuff over there too. There's just a lot of stuff happening in this area right here. That's a plug that I dug earlier. But that thing just sounds awesome. Sounds a little bit junky though. Let's pop it though. Let's pop it out. Let's see what we got. So with the Anfibio, I have to go a lot slower with it, man. going to be deeper. It's right on the surface. Is it some copper wire? Yep, some copper wire. So there's big differences between these machines, but the Simplex seems to be performing very well, man. Very well. Actually outperforming the Anfibio just by a little bit. Just because I can cover so much more ground. I can get so much more out of the ground with the Simplex because it has this bigger coil and it can separate. Just the separation is just great on this machine. If this Simplex had a smaller coil on it, it would be doing the same thing as the Anfibio. You know, I would have to go slower because I'm not covering as much ground. You know, I'm not covering as many square feet. But with the Simplex, I can throw this thing down on the ground and it ain't gonna break because I've done that hundreds and thousands of times. With that thing, I have to be really careful with it because it's a heavier machine and it will break. You know, it will break if I throw it around like the Simplex. You know, I've beat this thing to death, man. I mean, you can kick this thing around all you want and it's not gonna break. I've done this hundreds and hundreds of times. Watch this. Just to show people how durable this machine is, man. This is just an amazing machine. I throw it around like this because I know it won't break. If I tried to do that a few times with the Anfibio, I would really worry that it would be breaking, and that's a $1,500 machine. I've spent $1,500 on, almost $1,500, because I got the waterproof headphones, all the coils, all the shafts, you know, extra shafts for all my 7 coils, the battery pack, you know, some covers for it, and you know, but the Simplex for that price, man, you are not going to find anything better. Any better machine for that price. And actually double that price. You double the price that you pay for a Simplex, you won't find a machine that's going to outperform it. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee it. All this iron, it's just thriving in it. It's thriving in this iron, man. I'm just so surprised. This Simplex gets me, every day I use the Simplex, it gets me silver in the curb strips, every day. Pretty much the Anfibio too, but with the Simplex, I can cover so much more ground because it has a bigger coil and it's just so, it's so easy to pinpoint. There's a little bit of foil on the surface here. Ooh, it looks like some stickers are back here. Could be a gold ring too, man. You never know. Some foil right there? Yeah, some foil. Just hitting that barrel right there. So, there's something else in that hole that I dug earlier. I might not have dug this one out. I don't think this is one of my old plugs. It might be though. It is, right there. There's something right there. Let me see what it is here. Is that a little coin? Oh, it's another one of those little buttons I found earlier. I found the same button. This same little button earlier. I don't know if it's a button or not, but it's just a really weird, odd one. They might be game pieces or something, but they're copper. Look at that, just smacking that little stuff, man. I love the Simplex, man. I've been swinging around a lot lately. I've been just leaving my Anfibio behind. I've been, you know, hitting the parks and stuff a little bit with the Anfibio and trying the different coils out on my Anfibio when I have been using it. But the Anfibio is an awesome machine, don't get me wrong. The Anfibio build quality is comparable to this. This machine is not going to break for you, okay? It's a very durable machine for the price. For the Anfibio, you know, I spent almost like over $1,400 for everything, all the whole setup. And this thing seems to be doing just as good, man. Just as good. But don't get me wrong with this video. The Anfibio has a lot of places where the Simplex cannot even dream of going. You know, like the super trashy parks, I can put my 5-inch coil on there, you know, my 5-inch concentric coil in there and just slaughter it. I take the Simplex out to the dump and it doesn't perform very well. I take the Anfibio with my 5-inch coil on there and it'll just slaughter it. You know, I just get just lots and lots of relics. And I can adjust the sensitivity on the Anfibio 99 points. On that, it only has 6 points. So I can really fine tune this machine. And, but I'm always pushing buttons. I'm pushing buttons all the time when I'm on the curb strips or when I'm out in the field. I'm pushing a lot of buttons, and that means I'm not detecting. When I'm looking at my detector, messing with the buttons, I'm not swinging. And when you're swinging, you're getting stuff. With the Simplex, I just leave it like it is and just detect. I don't even ground balance. It's always ground balance. Most of the time, it's ground balance at 90. And, you know, I'm just waiting for this machine to break on me so I can buy a new one. I've had that for about 5 months. I've thrown it around a lot. I mean, I've tried to beat this thing to death, and it's indestructible, man. I'm not being rough on it because I'm mad at it. I'm being rough on it because I want to know how durable this machine is, and I already know how durable this machine is. It's the most durable machine that I've ever had, and I probably will ever own, because I wouldn't imagine throwing this machine up 20 feet up in the air and have it break. You know, because I mean, literally, I can throw it 10 feet up in the air right now. That's 12 feet up in the air. Actually, I threw it on the leaves. I mean, that's not really a very good comparison to other times that I've dropped it, but I just threw it up over 10 feet in the air there, and it didn't break. I don't want to do that with my Anfibio because I don't want it to break because it's so expensive, and I really love my Anfibio. It's still my favorite detector to use in the trashy parks and the dump, because I can't take this in the dump. You know, my most favorite place to dig ever is the dump, and the Simplex just will not perform because the sensitivity, you only have 6 bars there, and the big coil just won't cut it in the dump. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe.